Boy, about show me. When you hear that, you know what it is, man. It's a film breakdown. Uh, yeah. So I do these in the public, right? So this is the type of work that usually people that's trying to be thorough about this type of stuff, um, they go do the work, right? They go look and they put eyes on people, right? And you know, but I do mine in the public. So when I have questions, I like to do it where everybody could see it and then we could all talk about it. Now, there's a lot of people that don't, but they still have opinions. So be careful, especially with these other content creators and clout chasing ones. Just keep in mind, all my work is in the public. So because I've had some recent people lie on my name. And I don't appreciate that, and especially my Bateman takes, because I do real work. I don't do this shit for show. I don't do this shit for clicks. I do this because I'm trying to win. So if you go talk about my name or allude to my name, do it in the right context. Because I saw some things even in this film that remind me of something like what Foot said. Like Foot was out here preaching, because he was somebody that brought up my name falsely. He was out here preaching that Sanborn was Luke Kuechly. And when I look at the film, and everybody with common sense that looked at the film knew he was pandering, because it was nothing about the film in Chicago to where you can get any kind of evidence on that, because it was mostly special teams. It's the same thing right now that I'm seeing right now so far looking at PJ, because he had some issues going on with his surgery. He had surgery on his back, right? So the film that we go look at for the previous year in Denver is mostly special teams. You have to literally dig to find plays with him on the field. So the only way to get a good real look at him is I'm about to go back a couple of years and look at him prior. So I'm gonna look at him this year on both special teams as well as when he was on the field, just to kind of get a feel for him and an accurate feel for him. And let me show y'all this real quick, just so we on the same page. So when I go look at him, right, as a potential player for the Dallas Cowboys, because I've already did a breakdown on him as a profile, right? Just as a player profile. Now it's time to dig into his film. When I look at when did you see the production spike? You saw the production spike later in the season, where you saw his tackles increase. And because when I was looking at his film, even preparing this earlier, most of his earlier games was just special teams. That's because he was working his way back from that surgery, So I'm just giving you more and more background of him. Now, that also should be concerning that the Dallas Cowboys are looking at somebody that's coming off such a risky surgery that you don't really have a lot of recent film of a lot of player success. That's why it kind of goes into the theory of what I was saying earlier, that likely this is one of those culture guys that they're bringing in. So I don't want to get back into that. I already talked about that on the previous video where I was doing a player profile. Now it's time to kind of look at him directly. So going to the film, let me go to the film real quick, and I'm gonna turn on y'all comments to where I can see it. And I'm gonna look at first plays with him on the field. So before I do that, let me do one thing real quick. Before I go to the film, I want to make sure I can see y'all comments. But yeah, I take this work serious though. That's why I take my name serious, because when I always protect the brand of what we do. People could try to point it like I'm being messaged. Like, nah, I'm not the one being lied on. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not the one lying on somebody's name. So if I'm out here doing work like I'm doing, especially being somebody that's putting their work in the public, I just expect respect. It's real simple. Hey, Keystone, I ain't got to do sleeper no more. The sleeper campaign is over with. I appreciate it. I don't have to do that anymore. So I can see y'all comments now. That boy said you ain't take no time. Salute. Yeah, yeah. I'm taking a look at him, Henny, and I've already started looking at his film. And looking at his film, bro, it's mostly special teams. So it's kind of like Sanborn. Sanborn was like that, where he was being hyped, and it's like, bro, it's barely any plays of him on the field. So, and I lost a lot of respect when I saw content being done, and that's when you start putting two and two together. That basically a lot of people do kind of like content where they know y'all want to hear good stuff. So if I go out there and I oversell some of these guys, what's gonna happen is you gonna get a lot of followers because Cowboy fans want to hear optimism. And so you gonna have some people from a capitalistic standpoint that's gonna play into that. See, that's why you seeing a lot of people on recent content doing content like Jerry has changed. He's had a change of heart because he's saying, he's sounding like he might be getting ready to do something different on defense, And so people want to hear that and fans want to hear that. You gonna have content creators that pander to that because they grow from that a lot. And I can show y'all my channel to where every time I talk positive, every time, big numbers, and every time 4, 5, 6,000, every time. You start doing stuff about blue, telling the truth on blue, your numbers gonna be boo boo. If you talked about Jim Leonhard when he was popular, your numbers took a hit. Because Cowboy fans wanted to hear positive stuff on Jim. They didn't want to hear the real shit. They didn't. So be careful, man. These boys be pandering. And see, the more they bring up my name, the worse I'm going to bring up their name. And I already said I was going to do that. I said I'm not going to let them dudes do that shit this offseason. I'm not going to let them be out here talking about Luke, Sanborn is Luke Kuechly. Nah, bro. This ain't the offseason. I'm allowing that. Yeah. So anyway, let's get back to the film. Let's go to the film. All right, here we go. So looking at him, that's him up at the top. Like I said, it's gonna be hard. And this is the game to where he had the most tackles. So actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do it the most boring way possible. But hey, film sometimes is boring, y'all. Sometimes you just can't make this stuff sexy. Sometimes you got, hold on, let me pause it. Sometimes when you trying to observe a player, you got to look at the boring parts. I'm just being honest. All right. So the boring parts is sometimes like, and I had to do this with Sanborn. I had to look at him on special teams, and it's ugly. Nobody wants to see it. So this is his most active game, and it's still mostly special teams. So we go watch some of this. But what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go back a couple of years where he was a starter to try to see what did he look like before. So what you see is you see a lot of plays of him on kickoff. Let me go back. That's him at the bottom right here. So let me rewind it where you can see it. Because whatever you trying to see, you go just try to see. This is him right here, right there. So I'm trying to see anything that can give me any kind of clue of why Dallas supposed to be high on him, especially over Donovan Wilson. Hey, Keystone, get ready, bro. We finna do a lot of work. Just get ready. We got a lot of draft work to do. Yeah, Keystone is a pivotal person in the space, especially this offseason. So we getting ready to start doing some draft shows. Be ready, bro. So we gonna be needing you. So let me see if I can find him. I think that's him right there. Let's see what he do. So, yeah, that's him. No, that's not him. Hold on, let me see if I can find him. I can't find him, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, I did find him. I found him. Okay, hold on. Okay. So this him right here in the middle right here. Okay, so now I know what he plays on special teams. And very good block. Very good block. Okay. And I'm sorry, y'all, that this is likely gonna be boring for a minute. I'm not looking at his starter plays yet. I'm looking at his special teams plays for now, because I'm trying to see, like, why is he even being highlighted. So that's him right there. He going against the gunner. The gun is running away from him. You know, I'm gonna just look at a few special teams plays. Let me see him right here. Let's see if he lay somebody out. He ain't do shit. Like, when you at open, oh, okay, I ain't showing it good. I'm looking at it through the wrong lens. All right, here we go. Let me go back and show it better. All right, so this is him at the bottom. So follow him, right? So follow him. That's him right there. All right, so let me see. So now right there, when the returner takes off, you want to see if he's physical, right? So the returner go break up out of there. So this is a time right here that you got likely a free shot. This go show you right here if he's a killer right here. And you going against the punter. You supposed to lay him out, bro. Just keeping it real. And just the art of football, this supposed to be punishment. And whenever you can really lay out a punter, I'm being honest, you supposed to kill him. It's just like getting your hands on a quarterback. Whenever you can get your hands on the quarterback because of what they mean to the game, you supposed to be as physical as possible. That's the art of it. If you can hurt a punter, and I ain't trying to hurt him, but if you on the field, I'm trying to bust your ass. So that should be forefront on his mind. And he whiffed. Just keeping it real. They scored the touchdown, but I'm looking at him. So just keeping it real. And I'm going to judge what I see. I'm going to just judge what I see. So, all right. So this is them on kickoff. So I got to find them. Yeah, so he at the top. I found him. Okay, I got him. So this him right here. I'm going to rewind it. So I'm going to go to some plays to where he actually on defense, but I'm first looking at him at special teams because he had 6 tackles this game. So that's him up top right there. So he gets stuck on the block, you know. So, you know. So far, I don't see why his name was even brought up, like, just being honest. Let me see. So let me see what they do here. So that's him right here. Let me see. So yeah, so he playing a lot of special teams. Let me see what you do on this. Okay, nothing. Somebody said I need him to be better than CJ Goodwin. Right. So we know he up top right here when it comes to kickoff. So he's up top. We know where he is now. So I'm trying to see where these 6 tackles came from. So that's him right there. So he ain't do shit on that play either. Hold on real quick. Let me go back where y'all can see it. My bad. So he at the top. He's right there. So right there. That's him right there. And nothing. All right. You know, this is a raw film session, y'all, man. It's unplanned. These are not designed to be entertaining. It's just observations. I'm sorry, y'all. We can't make this sexy. Film work is, you gotta love it. I'm sorry. You gotta just like doing the shit. You gotta just like looking. And he loafing right there too. So this is him right here. And I'm judging what I see, bro. Whatever I see, I'm gonna say what I see. Period. He loafing. That boy say that man had 6 assists. We got Lou in the building. What's up, Lou? So, and I'm just, so far, I'm not seeing this as something that's like pivotal, even for his name to be brought up. I'm getting the feel that this is one of those, I'm bringing you in because I trust you to be kind of like the coach, the player coach. I'm being honest. I'm getting player coach. Now, We finally got some film with him on the field. So we done finally built up to it. So at this point, just giving you background, he was coming back from spinal fusion surgery, some like bone on bone stuff. So most of the year he was playing special teams. So it looked like he now started to work himself at the end of the year into some starting roles again. So, so anyway, just kind of giving the background. So this is him right here as safety, really no action there. Ain't really nothing to grade there. That was him versus Bowers. But I'm still not seeing yet where these tackles came from. Just being honest, because I got every clip of him on the field and I see no action. I see no action so far. And then I'm going to look at week 15 and do the same thing. But the most important thing that I'm going to do, this is him right here. That's him at the bottom. The most important thing I'm going to do is look at him from 2023 to at least try to see what could he be if he was able to return to his former self. Yeah, Henny, that do sound bad. Yep. Yeah, and they said the chances of even returning from that, bro, is low. From my limited research that I just did on it. So, but like I say, man, when you're looking at film, bro, and sometimes it's mostly special teams like Sanborn was, you still got to look at it. And I'm going to look at it. I'm going to say, okay, what do I at least see from the special teams? Like, what are you showing me on special teams that should even make me want you, right? So, and this is the game to where he allegedly had the most action, and that film session is already over with. So let me go look at week 15, which is also where he's supposed to, I think it's week 15. Let me see. So this is another game to where he's mostly special teams. I'm not sure. Hold on, I might be doing this wrong. Let me go to week 17, because that's actually game 16. Let me look at that. And that's what it was. That's what it was. So what was happening is I was looking at games. So now he on the field starting. Okay, I see what I did wrong. I was looking at the wrong game. This is the game to where now he's finally on the field. So we should be able to, it's like he worked his way back up into a starting role. So let's take a look. Okay. And I'm just letting it play, y'all. I'm just trying to get a feel for him. I was looking at the wrong game on the 6 tackles, y'all. That was my fault. This is the game where he had 6 tackles. That's my fault, y'all. All right, there we go. All right, now we seeing some action. So this is him up top. I told y'all wrong on that. That was my fault, y'all. I was looking at the wrong film, JV. That was my fault. That wasn't him, that was me. So now we can see him sticking his nose in it. He comes down fast. He getting knocked back a little bit, because he's not the biggest safety, but he coming downhill with some. He not the biggest safety. You want to see a safety knock somebody back? Actually, he got knocked back. Let's keep it real. He came in there with some heart. He just got his ass kablookied. So this is the 6 tackle game. Bow! Yeah, he got knocked back, sir. That's okay, though. At least he went up in there with some force. Look, and you see him getting up crunk? Yeah, because he trucked him. Yeah, so this is now he's starting. He's starting now. So now hold on, let me pause it. So now they got him down in the box. This is him right here. All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, so here we go. Yeah, so he's officially, okay, I see what happened. The early parts of the season, he was special teams. And they say week 17, more like Denver getting ready for playoff and resting starters. It could be. I was also researching, just keeping it real. They said that he made some plays in the playoffs, so it's almost like he worked his way back up into the starting role. Cause I'm still trying to learn him, y'all. As y'all doing research, let me know. Cause I'm like, why did they highlight him as a guy that Dallas should be looking at? I'm trying to see if the film is saying something special about him. And so far, I don't really see anything, but that don't mean it's not something go eventually pop off. So I'm just waiting on the rainbow. And I appreciate everybody coming down, man, all the diehard film dudes and women, the people who like to see the evidence. Because like I said, people will talk about your work, but they won't do the work themselves. People will say, oh man, boss liked Keenan, he watched, but where's your work, sir? See, they'll talk about your work, but they won't have no work of their own. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, so far I don't really see nothing. Just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. But at least we have film with him on the field. He looked like he playing a single high position. Okay. Decent coverage. Yeah. I'm trying to see you make some plays, dog. Where's the playmaking? I'm gonna be patient. Okay. Get off the block. Run through his face. Let me see. Yeah, you gotta. Just being honest. When you got a little bitty safety, this is called a crackback. Okay. When you got a little bitty ass receiver versus a safety, that safety supposed to send a message. I'm just being honest, y'all. I'm being all the way honest, bro. When you see this right here, bro, the safety's supposed to blow his face up just for trying. I'm just being honest. That's where you supposed to if I'm judging this and I'm the coach, I'm gonna be like, bro, even if the play wasn't coming your way, I want more than that. I'm just being honest, bro. I want, especially versus this type of itty bitty ass receiver, this is a game of physicality, man. Real talk. Like something should be, it's almost like to put it in this mind state, it's like a tight end versus an edge rusher. Something's supposed to be, how dare you even try me like that? Like, how dare you block me one-on-one with a tight end? That's insulting. Like, that's how you supposed to see this particular play. I'm keeping it real. On this particular play, you supposed to just ran through his face. All right, so yeah. It's kind of friendly to me. Friendly. It's friendly, bro. These boys play football different. It's different. These boys is nice and shit. He said, boss, can you look into the other safety, Jalen? I want to look at, I can look at Jalen. But I put on a thumbnail that I was going to look at him. I don't want to kind of confuse the people that's going to be watching. But I might take a look at him because his name leaking out too. We'll take a look at him. There's the tackle. All right, been waiting on it. Okay, so that's him right here. Obviously a good matchup with Kelsey. Good open field tackle. Can't hate that. Very good open field tackle. That wasn't Kelsey, my fault. So that's one of the tackles. So he up to 2 now. That's his second tackle. So we got 4 more that's supposed to happen. Yeah. Oh man, that was a bad angle, y'all. I'm so sorry. I had a bad angle. Y'all couldn't see that. What's up, Angie? You didn't get the notification? They be doing your boy bad on them. This is him right here. Oh, they playing cover 2. It looked like an inverted cover 2, the way he split the defenders. The way he split the defenders, it looked like an inverted cover too. Cause watch him split the defenders. You see him splitting the defenders right here. I mean, not the defenders, the threats. It's called splitting the threats. So you have a threat here and you have a threat here. He's splitting them. So that's telling you it's like an inverted cover too when you see that, you know. So it's where the safety playing the flats basically. And he split the defenders. I mean, not the defenders, the threats. It's called splitting the threats. All right. Somebody say he ass. We ain't seen enough yet to say he ass. I'm gonna go back to 2023 yet, though. I do want to look at him in 2023 because that will show his upside. Because he did work his way up to a starter. That should interest people. That should interest people. So that's him playing a single high, walking down. Look like him matched up with Kelsey. Let me get what y'all can see that right here. Looks like the matchup. And I put it like this: if I'm Mahomes, I'm taking that matchup. Wouldn't you? Like, for real. If you see this look, right? If you see this aggressive look, this is the first matchup I'm looking at right now. If I'm Mahomes, I'm like, take it. And they took it. I would take it every time. Yeah. Cause see, Kelsey know how to get open. I would do it every time. Like, bro, if you match that dude up with him. So that's tackle 3. Yeah, that's tackle 3. But so far, y'all, I'm being honest. I don't see nothing special. I don't see better than Donovan Wilson so far. I'm just being honest. So far, I haven't obviously looked at a lot, but you know, I say what I see, bro. I don't go with the crowds. I just say what I see. And so far, I don't even see why Donovan Wilson is being brought up as somebody to be shipped off for this guy. This has a sponsorship smell so far. Do y'all feel me on that? Sponsorship? Sponsor where Christian Parker, this is one of Christian Parker guys. This has a smell. My boss, I've been watching a lot of college film. Now boss got me watching pro. Listen, we go do both. We do both over here. We go watch college and pro. Because we got free agency coming up. So if the Dallas Cowboys are leaking the name, we need to look at it. That's what started the Bateman conversation. And that's what I hate about balls that be capping and shit. Like, oh man, Boss wanted Bateman. Shit, the Cowboys wanted Bateman too. But you won't see them capping on the Cowboys. Yeah. See, they won't say that. They'll cap on me with Bateman, but they won't cap on the Cowboys. They go suck the Cowboys. They go suck up to them. But they'll get on my balls for Bateman. Oh, Boss like Bateman. The Cowboys like Bateman. Shit, hell wrong with y'all. Leaked his name a lot. We act like Bateman won a former first. We act like Bateman didn't have 3.6 yards of separation. Yeah, this has a smell of bargain. This also has a smell of sponsorship, bro. Like a guy that Chris Parker bringing in because he trusts as a professional. This ain't the guy they bringing in so far. From what I see, that's just because he popping off the tape. He just popping. I don't see no popping. Not yet. I'm just keeping it real. I don't see no popping, bro. Yeah, it has the smell of what Lou said. Is value, cheap. And see, that's why I ain't feeling what everybody like. Jerry sound repentant. I don't care what he sound like. I need to see you do it, sir. All right, so we got him right here. Let me see, because it looked like you kind of started loafing right here. Let me go see. Dude approaching the end zone and you was kind of taking your sweet ass time. Let me see. So the ball is out right there. So the ball is out. He should be on go right there. He should be on go. Hold on, bro. I'm starting to not like him. I'm just being honest, bro. So right here, Mahomes got the ball out. Okay. So the ball is on his way right now. He should be gone. I love this question. I love this question right here. Is Jalen Petrie available? If you talking about the most ideal nickel in the world, it would be Jalen Petrie. Woo! Woo! And I have a feeling that this safety class got the Jalen Petries in it. We just got to pick the right one. My boy say, give me PJ Lockett. You like him, Buddha? So far, he bullshitting to me. I'm being honest. I'm not liking what I'm seeing so far. See, like for instance, I'm gonna show you again. It's like, it's wump wump. It's kind of, it ain't great. It ain't bad. It's kind of like, it's kind of, he not popping. Like right here, this him. So this is what I don't like. So Mahomes goes back right there. He's throwing the ball. The ball is out. Right there, the ball is out. You see his throwing motion. So the ball is out. What you should see from every defender is a beeline right to the threat. And he bullshitting. He loafing. All right, so we got him right here. Somebody say bubble guts. Yeah, and I appreciate Ken. Ken in the last show that I did, he looked up his injury history, man. And it's because of you that I did a deeper research into his injury history. And I appreciate that, man, because basically we all work together, man. Yeah, Cisco, I want to take a look at Cisco too, Buddha. I loved Cisco coming out. I definitely agree with you on that. I loved Cisco coming out. Hold on real quick. Let me get this film to where y'all can see it better. Give me 1 second to adjust it. Y'all give me 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second. But y'all, I pretty much always do this though. Like when I start hearing rumors about a player, I immediately go to the film. I'm talking about as soon as I heard the rumor. As soon as I heard the rumor of Bateman and Pickens, me and Henny went right to the film. Immediately. Like, I did that with every one of them. Immediately. I remember when we got, what was the corner we picked up last year? From Florida, the former first rounder that we was hyping him up. He had a good training camp though. But I remember we first got him. And when we first got him, the very first thing I went to the film. And I was just listening to the other content creators. They was hyping the shit out of him. They was hyping him. And I was looking at him, I was like, what's the corner name? What's that corner name, man? I can't remember. He ended up not working out. But I was saying it earlier. I was like, bro, that dude, Elam. It was Elam. Boy, that boy Elam film was bad. And it was bad. And he looked slow. And I remember saying, and people thought I was hating. I was like, that dude need to go work with a track coach. That's the first thing I said. Bullshit being negative. I'm like, bro, the first thing I did is went to his film. I'm like, this motherfucker looks slow, bro. And then in the off season, you start seeing he was working with a track coach. And then people was like, boss, you called it. I was like, yeah, because I was telling the truth. Yeah, that dude looks slow. But then he did have a good preseason. He did. I ain't gonna hate on it. His preseason was good. He did look like he was on a better trajectory. He did. But I'm letting you know, I always do this. When they start having rumors, I go right to the film every time. Most of the time it's behind the scenes, but I do this with everybody. Okay, that's one of his tackles too. This one of his tackles. I'm gonna be honest. I put it like this. Donovan Wilson on an angle like this is knocking his goddamn head off. Let's keep it real now. Let's keep it real. Donovan Wilson on an angle like that, on a pretty decent, but now I'm comparing them to, it's a decent hit. It's decent, but it compared to Donovan would have knocked his head off. That wasn't one wump. That was actually good. I shouldn't have hit that button on him. I hit that button on him too early. That's a good hit, but I know Donovan right there with that type of angle, he killing him, bro. That's for sure. Now, if anything Donovan Wilson go do, he go lay a hit. That's one thing for sure. Yeah, I want to look at some more people on film now. I'm just being honest. Who was the other people that they leaked? I'm going to take a look at them. I'm going to take a look at them. Yeah, somebody say Malik Hooker better. Like, I'm not really seeing the hype, bro. I'm not hating on them too. I'm just being honest, bro. And see, some people, they gonna be like, boss is being negative. Like, bro, I'm just being honest, bro. I'm not really kind of seeing shit, dog. I'm not. Somebody say enough, boss. He looks like he plays flu ski. I do want to look at a little bit more. Okay, that was it. I want to look at I'm sorry, y'all. I want to at least look at 2018. I know y'all feel like y'all seen enough. I want to look at a little bit more. That's it. I just want to look at a little bit more. And I'm not going to go to 2023 and look at him. I'm not. I'm just not going to do it. The video is loading. Give it a second. Let me hit that refresh. Hit that refresh. Somebody said Donovan Wilson would have knocked his head 3 years ago. No, Donovan Wilson, he'll knock your head now. Now, he can't cover. Like, he looked like he lost that. But nah, that's one thing Donovan Wilson has not lost. So this is him right here, number 6. Boy, them Denver uniforms clean in the hole. Ooh, them boy, say, man, that baby blue is nasty. Okay, that's a good tackle. I would want it meaner, but decent. So he recognized it. Yeah, man. We got him in the box. I do like the fact that he worked his way back up into the starting role, though. I like that. I do like that he worked his way back up from that surgery. Yeah, I do like that. Cause see, man, that's a long ways back where you playing special teams the whole year. All right, this him right here. And this week 18, y'all. This is them right before they going into the playoffs. Do anybody know the situation that was going on? Was they in a situation where they were sitting starters? Can somebody let me know? Were they in a situation where they were sitting starters week 18? Or was they in kind of like a seeding battle where they needed to win? Can somebody let me know? You smart people. Y'all let me know. All right, we got them back here. And I'm just letting it play, y'all. I don't do, so they say no. No to what, T? What's no? They wasn't playing for anything? Were they sitting starters? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, so they wasn't in no seeding battle. Okay, thank you. Cause I'm trying to see the stakes of this game. I'm trying to see, was it some stakes with this game? Was it bigger stakes? So that's him back here. He looked fast. Somebody say Denver, I believe, was in a seeding battle. Yeah, that's what I need to know, because then that would let all of us know what the stakes were week 18. You know what I mean? So this him right here. Man, that Denver uniform's clean as hell, boy. Ooh, man, that boy got the blue shoes. He clean as hell. He look fast when he take off. He do look like he can run. Like, he look like he can run for a safety. Yeah, and he said this is how Will McClay finds his talent. See, D.A. Lee, that's why I'm not just hype over Jerry and his offseason promises. I need to see it. You know, some people like, Jerry has changed. It's like, I need to see that, dog. I need to see that, dog. All right, so we got him back here. No. Play was over before he can get in it. And I'm just letting it play, bro. I'm not trying to look for no highlights. I'm just kind of trying to look at all his instincts. He playing in the box. Nothing there. You know. And Jim was the one that looked like they started him, though. Jim. Yeah, I need to see some D.A. Lee. I'm like you. I ain't getting hype off words. Jerry sound repentant. Okay. He does look a little bit fast, though. I see a little bit of game speed on him, like real talk. So this is cover 2 for sure, right? Where the safety is responsible for the deep halves, but he's going to help out. And you could tell it's cover 2 based on how the corner is playing it, where he widening out that receiver. But what I like is you go see him also able to run into the other half. Yeah, it looked like the game speed don't look bad. Yeah. So. Yeah, when I see a safety that's able to go from one half to the next half, that does interest me, because that's rangy. That means that person has range. Yeah. So we got him right here. And still, again, you know, you not seeing no particular action from this game. So I'm just more so trying to look at traits. I'm trying to see what he looks like on the field, his movements. Oh, here come the test. Oh, I was finna say, I thought the test was coming, the open field tackle test. I thought that back was finna break up out of there. Ooh, see, we was finna see an open field tackle test right there. See, that's the test of a safety right there, because they the third level. And look at all that separation right there. Ooh, boy, if that back would have broke up out of there, boy, you was finna get tested. Yeah, man. Say Fowler also name drop. I'll look at Jalen Thompson. I keep hearing Jalen Thompson. We'll take a look at him. So we got PJ in the box. So far, what I see so far, just judging based on what I'm seeing, I see a faster guy than Donovan Wilson. That's what my eyes is telling me. I don't know if y'all see that, but I see that. I think I see a faster guy. Which, you know, let's be real, man. That we needed that. Donovan Wilson, they was getting behind them too much, right? They was getting behind them too much. That's the thing that always frustrated me about Donovan Wilson, is, man, they was going on top of us like when they wanted to. I ain't like that. So we got them up top. So the fact that I feel like I'm seeing better range, I can kind of see why they would maybe want him over Donovan Wilson. So yeah, so far this game ain't showing a lot of action. We more so looking at traits right now. And you right, I'm not seeing physicality out of him. I'm not seeing like a physical safety. I'm seeing a good safety, decent safety. I'm not seeing like a head knocker. I don't see a head knocker with this guy. Not yet, at least. He might have it in him, but I do see range. This is another one. This is another one, in my opinion, where you can kind of see the range. Even though, cause see, this is a test of safety right here. The test of safety is when they make a fade throw, right? And that safety is trying to help out the corner. Does he have the speed and range to get there? So let's see. Yeah, I see it. I can see, cause see, man, that's the thing about, I'm being honest. That's the thing about when I was watching Donovan Wilson and Hooker, them goddamn corners was so by themselves. You know what I mean? Them corners was so alone. Them corners was alone, bro. It was never no safety they could get over there, dog. Them boys was alone. Lonely. All right. So this is second quarter, y'all. So we got a lot more film to watch. I'm sorry though, but I'm curious. Y'all saw it. Wilf. See, this is the test of the safety right here. See, if you're a head knocker, this dude would have got destroyed. How you bounce off a receiver?
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
And see what I hate, and I'm being all the way honest. I'm doing the film, bro, and I do my work in the public. And some I guarantee it's gonna be some pandering ass content creator that's gonna say boss was being negative on him. And I'm being fair. I'm saying the good and the bad. Right here with a receiver, that's your shot, sir. Somebody say swipe left. That was bad. Somebody, wait, man, that boy say swipe left. Swipe left. No, not swipe left. No.
You gotta snap some collars and let know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it. You gotta get the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the wind behind your back and go out in the blaze if you got to. If you gotta go out, that's how you go out. He took his destiny in his own hand.
So we already saw that play. Somebody said swipe left. Wow. That was a tight end? Hold on. You right, that was a tight end. I apologize. You right. Thank you. Still should have knocked his head off. Give a damn. I know Donovan Wilson would have knocked his head off. A shot like that, in breaking route? Man, safeties back in the day used to live for that. This used to be, I'm gonna put it like this. Yeah, my fault, y'all. I thought that was a receiver. He was a tight end playing offline. Y'all right. Apologize about that. I stand corrected. But let's keep it real though. Back in the day, I ain't gonna never forget. You know why James Washington was my favorite safety and favorite player all time with Dallas? You know why? Like my all-time player, boss, Emmett not your favorite? Nope. Irvin not? Nope. Emmett? Nope. Novacek? Nope. Who was your favorite? Dion not your favorite? Nope. As much as I love Deion, he wasn't my favorite. My favorite was James Washington. They asked James Washington before the Super Bowl, the first Super Bowl, they said, they was asking all the players, what do you want for Christmas? And everybody kept saying all this, oh man, if I could catch the game-winning touchdown and in front of my family and, you know, and all of this. They asked James Washington what he want for Christmas. He said, I just want somebody to run a post route in my face. And he meant it, dog. He played like that. If you a dog safety and they run an in breaking route like this, man, old school safeties used to turn your head off for this, bro. That boy said, I just want somebody to do this. That right there. Ah, damn, I done messed up. I done accidentally hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button and messed up my film session. All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get a better look at him, bro. Hey, at D.A. Lee, on everything he played like that. I'm serious, bro. James Washington, I ain't gonna never forget, bro. And I'm not capping for this man. I ain't gonna never forget. He hit Jerry Rice so hard coming across that middle. He hit Jerry Rice so hard, I ain't never seen this. The refs was throwing the flags at his face. Because people got to remember, Jerry Rice was the face of the league. Yeah, you right. You can't play like they played like that, but you at least got to be able to lay the wood on them bars, bro. They do safeties bad now, but I'm not lying on James Washington. I'm not lying. I've never seen the refs. They threw the flags at his face. That's how hard he hit Jerry, bro. He wasn't playing when he said, I just want somebody to run a post route, bro. He was serious. He was dead ass serious. And he played like that. Put it like this. He should have been the MVP of the second Super Bowl. And everybody knew that. Emmett got it, but everybody knew it should have been James. He had 2 picks and he was laying balls out in the Super Bowl. He was laying balls out. But that was the same game they was running Emmett, to the right. And that offensive line and Emmett bullied them. It was a highlight of the game. So they gave it to Emmett. But everybody knew. Emmett knew it's supposed to. And he said, and that's why James Washington said at the end of that Super Bowl, he said, I never speak against my frat. Because both of them are Sigmas. You know what I'm saying? So James Washington a Sigma and Emmett a Sigma. And he said, I never speak against my frat. I'm proud of my brother. But we knew James Washington should have been the MVP of the Super Bowl. It was clear. He was making all the big plays. I'm talking about he is absolutely my favorite player. Hold on real quick. Let me go back. And I'm talking about in Cowboy history. I stand on that too. I stand on that. And then even over Darren Woodson, boys better realize Darren Woodson was on the bench when James Washington was here, and nobody questioned it. He was young, but his ass was on the bench. Sure was. He was a rookie, but shit. But then Jim and them was like, nah, we got to start Darren. He too freaky, and he was. They was right to do that too. They was right. Darren Woodson was a freak. He like athletic freak. That's why it's really, man, shameful what they doing to him. It's shame. Man, people really honestly had no idea how dope Darren was. Darren, in terms of dope, man, Dallas had some dog ass safeties, bro. Some like the safeties Dallas had, bro, was so dope. For years. Hold on real quick. So that's why, honestly, I am so happy to at least see Dallas starting to have talks of needing safety and looking like they willing to draft it for the first time. I'm loving that because, man, ain't nothing changed the game like a dope ass safety. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So I'm loving the fact that they starting to have talks about safety. So hold on, let me get to where y'all can see the film. I know a lot of y'all ready to move on, but sometimes I'm gonna be honest about film. Sometimes you can move off people too fast. I'm being very transparent. I made that mistake with Pickens when I was looking at the film on Pickens last year. The problem is me and Henny looked at the first 7 games, and the first 7 games was but then we looked at the final 6 games, Henny and I, and when you saw Russell Wilson get in, that was a totally different Pickens. So sometimes you can look at a game and you can say, I'm done, right? And you got to keep looking, because remember, he was working himself back from injury too. So we got to keep all of that in mind and keep watching, because he might turn up. You feel me? We got to keep in mind he was working himself back from a major injury. So I know we've been kind of knocking him a little bit, but we still got to watch more film. Just keeping it real. If we've been thorough. Okay, I already saw these plays. Okay, yeah, I saw that play. Hey, man, y'all give me a second, though. And then I'll take at least a peek. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a peek at, so that other play coming up, the play with the tight end. I know once that come up, because I accidentally reset it. I'm trying to wait till that other play come up, and we still in the second quarter. I at least might want to go to quarter 3. Maybe quarter 4. Hold on real quick. Y'all can't see him. Y'all give me a second to fix this. All right, so that's him right there. My boy said my favorite was Playmaker and Big LA. Larry Allen. I see why. It's easy to love them too, boy. Especially Playmaker. Playmaker, man. It was so easy to love the Playmaker. Easy to love the Playmaker. It's easy to love the Playmaker right now. Hold on, is that his final play? He might have got hurt. Cause do they cut the film off after this? Yeah, he getting up slow. Yeah, that might have been a final play for him. Y'all see him getting up slow? Let me look at him in the playoffs real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Cause see, I was reading and they were saying that he had a pretty decent playoff game. Hold on real quick. Okay. So, looking at this is the playoffs now versus Denver. And these are the games you really want to see. You want to see how do you play when it's this type of environment, when it's on the line. I want to see, do you hit a new level? He's out there too. He's out there. They got him out there, dog. He's out there. Here we go. So this is the playoffs. That's him right there. See, the playoffs is where you're supposed to see balls flying. It shouldn't be not one play with a loaf. Everything should be balls on fire. Okay, he got in on the tackle right there. My boy say, you guys had the luxury of reminiscing on players who were part of Super Bowl Cowboys team. Imagine being 27 and not being able to see that. Yeah. I honestly, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I do feel sorry for y'all, the younger Cowboy fans, because y'all don't really have a reference like we do, you know what I'm saying, of seeing it. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing it. And that's also why I'm tough on these current Cowboys. I'm tough. Some people bullshit negative. No, I saw greatness, dog. And when it's under that, I'm not accepting it, bro. I'm sorry. I ain't like these other content creators that hype up everything. It's like, nah, I saw G shit, bro. I saw safeties that'll knock your head out. Okay. I think he laid a nice ass hit right there. Let me see. This him right here. Let me see. It's alright. It's alright. It was alright, bro. I'm sorry, bro. When you come across that middle, bro, I'm sorry. I'm so used to just that middle supposed to be like thunder. You know what I'm saying? That I'm sorry. You made the tackle. You know. Yeah, I thought he laid a hit, but then I looked at it again. It was kind of. Hold on real quick. You right, Rebel. You right. I forgot to do this too. I forgot to do this. We greatly appreciate cash apps. I know people do super chats, but we heard a rumor about this guy, and immediately I didn't put together a highlight to oversell him like some people go do. It's a lot of content creators go do that in the off season. In the off season, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. We go draft somebody like Blue, and they're gonna be fast, and they're gonna have some raw traits. And a lot of content creators are going to embellish and hype them because that's what people want to hear. And what they'll do is they'll cut up all the best, right, looking plays and then paint them as if they are that highlight. That's what caused a lot of misconceptions with Blue. Now, we was being honest on Blue the entire time. Now, if you was listening to Lou and you was listening to me, we was saying, yeah, Blue fast, but his pass blocking is soft. Is bad. You don't see the toughness. He had fumbling issues as well as catching issues. But if you watch these other content creators who will go out there and say, I see Gibbs in him. I see Kamara. And so you're a Cowboy fan and you like Kamara? A young Gibbs? Dorsett? And we over here like, what? They saying what? Yeah, they calling them Gibbs. Thumbnails, Blue, Gibbs. How? When? A fifth rounder compared to pick 12? Yeah. And Cowboy fans was taking it. And so to the point to where then when me and Lou was telling the truth, they was mad at us. They ain't like us. And this is why I can't stand about them content creators now. You hear them, and now they want to talk about Blue. We need more than Blue. See, when we was fighting for it during the season, saying we need another running back, y'all was coddling him. But the people that was showing they work. So when people do real raw, that's why I always play this music. If you don't know what this music is, it's called the freaks of the industry, right? What I'm saying is I'm going raw. That means I'm not painting no pictures of this film. I'm just going in raw. No protection. I'm going to say what I see. I'm going to be a freak on the film. This ain't no highlight. This ain't no low light. This is just what it is. And sometimes I'm being honest, it's not the most entertaining. It's real work. It's how you supposed to do it, where you turn it on and you talk about what you authentically see. So if you appreciate content like that, the Cash App is the number one to say thank you. It's the number one way to say thank you because it's a lot of lying out here. It's a lot of capping. And then worst of all, these people cap against people who actually show their work. That's why I always defend Okoye. I never see BJ, he be doing a lot of slick shit. Like he be doing stuff like, oh, Boss and Okoye, they do controversial content to be different. And as soon as I heard BJ say that in the space, I instantly was like, nah, you ain't gonna label me or him that shit. Because what he does, Okoye and I, is we say what the film says and don't give a damn about what the crowd thinks. So it makes us sound like we're being contrary, and we're not. We are the few that say this is what the film say. And that's why I love Okoye, because when Okoye go to the film, he don't give a damn about what nobody say. That sleeper stuff over. The campaign ended yesterday. I ain't got to do that no more. Appreciate y'all looking out for the sleeper. I just need to take their stuff off my so when we doing these real raw film sessions, people need to learn to appreciate that. That's how, and that's why, and see, let me say something about Foots and AOC again. Foots need to really stay away from AOC. Real talk. He should. Because see, AOC like to step into stuff that where he ain't qualified to talk about, nor does he do the work. And Foots not messy. Like Foots usually would never bring up somebody's name. But when you on somebody's show who bringing up your name, then that's how you get caught up in it. You know what I'm saying? So when then AOC out here clout chasing on my name on Bateman, and Foot sitting there doing content with him, now a guy that's usually professional who don't get into the shit like that, now he's stuck in it. And then he picks him like, oh, I'm gonna ride with him. Nah, you shouldn't have rolled with him, bro. You shouldn't have rolled on a dude that's lying on my film. You shouldn't have did that. You should have been like, nah, I know Boss. I might not agree with Boss, but I know Boss at least is thorough in what he does. Nah, you ain't do that, bro. You ain't do that. And so when they speaking on your name, some people like, Boss, why you talking about them? Because they shitting on my name, and they keep doing it. They keep doing it, and it be false. So some people be like, damn, you attacking them? Nah, I'm protecting me. Yeah, I'm protecting me, and I'm protecting the work, because the most important part is I do real work. So if you making it seem as if I'm pushing Keenan Allen and he's washed, and the film clearly said he wasn't washed last year, you are lying on my work, and you fucking the Cowboys over. Because Keenan would have been dope in Dallas. He would have been dope in Dallas. Yeah, so now I'm going to defend my work, and I'm going to defend the truth and the evidence, because I'm really trying to do work to help the Cowboys. I'm truly doing that. So yeah, the Cash App is always appreciated. Let me keep looking at this film, because this is the playoffs. So the playoffs is, we all got to take a look at that. I'm sorry. The Cowboys leaked him. So I'm taking a look at him. Yeah. So y'all give me a second. And I never, as y'all know me, I never brought up Foots. Even when I disagreed with him, I always showed him respect and honor. Even when I disagreed. But now shit, the boys done took off the gloves. So shit, I knuckle fight y'all motherfuckers. For real. Don't take off the gloves. I fight dirty too. Yeah. Lying on people work. And the worst part is neither one of them would sit down and actually do a film. They wouldn't. Not with me. It'd be like, nah, you gotta defend that shit now. Uh-oh. So we still in quarter one. I don't really, Nice guy. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. I miss the days when boys used to play with hate. Back in the day, you couldn't just keep your hands on me. In the playoffs, you get your hands off me. I swear, bro, they play different now. Like, get your hands off me. Like, I'm gonna tell you a perfect example of a dude who played old school. I'm gonna show it on the film. Cooper DeJean, he played old school. Cooper DeJean played football like they used to play football. Cooper DeJean, you can't even touch Cooper DeJean. He played like fuck y'all. I miss dudes who played like that. Like, I hate everything about the other side. To me, you play football better when you play like that. Good open field tackle. Oh, I got to give him credit on this open field tackle right here. Boy, this a good open field tackle right here. I can't hate on this. First, he had to go around him. Ooh, that's a good open. I can't hate on that. That could be a game-saving open field tackle. See, when you do good, I'ma tell it. That's a damn good open field tackle. Damn good. Bro. Whoo, yeah. See. Shit. I like that. I'm gonna look at Jalen Thompson. I'm gonna take a little look at Jalen. Yeah, good open field tackle. Good open. And see, it's the playoffs. It's the playoffs. That's what you want to see in the playoffs. I want to see that in the playoffs. That's what I want to see. I want to see what you do in these playoffs, bro. When these stakes high as hell. When you going out there and you got cotton mouth and you nervous and your palms sweating and that butterfly deep in your stomach. It's different. All right, so we just starting to get out of quarter one. Okay, misdirection play. All right, so we in quarter two now. And I think we giving this guy plenty. We giving this guy plenty. Like, we really giving him a fair look, in my opinion. Wouldn't y'all say we giving him a fair look? I think we giving this man a very fair look. Very fair. I think this him right here. I'm kind of hard, but man, I just don't like to see receivers looking like they. It's like, bro. Receivers crack, man. You can't let nobody crack you. I want safeties that run through that shit. Like, boy, don't you ever try me. That's. Somebody say C+ player. Yeah, I'm seeing starter. I'm not seeing game changer. I'm seeing starter. I'm not saying like, whoo, man, this dude just, whoo, violent. Or, whoo, man, that dude making plays on the ball. I'm saying, yeah, spinal surgery, yeah. And they said it was bone on bone. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, he came back from it, though. So, I can't talk about a man who actually came back from the surgery. I can see if he came back and he earned his starting job again. So that's at least something to commend. That's something to commend, that he came back from a major nasty ass surgery. I'm not really seeing no physicality out of him though. Just being honest. Nah, Foots. Nah, and that ain't love, bro. Nah, nah. What y'all been doing ain't love, bro. Nah. I appreciate you coming in, but nah. I've been watching. I've been hearing how y'all been doing my name. That ain't love, bro. What you used to do was love. What you used to do. What you used to do. You would say, "Hey, bro. Hey, boss. I disagree. Let's link up. Let's talk about it." Man, you need to watch that dude. I mean that, cause I know you always been professional. But he get your name called up because he get the slick talking and you don't check him. And I respected your work, but I appreciate you coming in. But now, bro, I don't appreciate how Ball's been talking about my name on Bateman. None of that. None of that been solid. And we can talk about it. I got your number. But when Ball's saying stuff in the public, I'ma speak in the public. And I'ma always do that with anybody. It ain't just Foots and AOC. If anybody talking about our work and they not referencing my work the right way, oh, I'ma publicly say something about that. I work too hard for my team, bro. Real talk. I do work like this in the public. I don't never hide my work. I never hide from what I say. If the film said this, I'm gonna rock with that. The one thing I do respect right now is at least Foots done came in here and said something. That's the only thing I respect. But I'm not really saying nothing. I'll hit you, bro. I'll hit you. I'll call you. So, but what I'm not really seeing like out this guy, I'm not really seeing like, I'm just like, I do understand that the report came out about him being a replacement for Donovan Wilson. The only thing that I can see kind of edge-wise on Donovan Wilson, even an older Donovan Wilson, is the range. I did see range that I saw, but I don't see physicality. I don't. I'm just being honest. I don't see a guy that's a game changer. I see a guy that's likely gonna be a culture guy. So the type of guy that you bring in, because you know he gonna be able to teach the younger guys your system. So I see kind of like a guy, from me looking at the film so far, and we still in quarter 2 of the playoffs. So me looking at the film, I'm starting to say, okay, this is definitely not in the vein of Jerry and them on some, we going all in on defense. This would be the culture guy. And you do need those. You do. You need those. You need those types where they might not be the best player, but they can get the other guys in your system to understand the system. And sometimes these coaches will get a player that's like a player's coach. So yeah, and I'm just being honest on what I see, and so far, I'm over here like, it's all right. It's all right. You know, cause see, we looked at so far 3 games, and these was the games that he was. See, the first game I felt like I was saying, okay, he coming back from the injury. He been playing special teams all year. He got his starting role back. Let's give him a chance to kind of work the rust off. To me, that's fair, right? That's fair, you know, with any player. Like, same thing we would say for Revel. Same thing we should have did for Diggs. It should have been, he rusty, bro. Give him about, 3-4 games, 5 games. We should do that with anybody that's coming off injury. Anybody. Zeke, anybody. Like, anybody coming off injury, especially during the season where they get their job back. to me, you always got to give them 2 or 3, sometimes 4 or 5, depending on position, to shake that shit off. Now that's a good tackle, and he came up in there with some force. So I'm still watching. I ain't gave up on this film yet. I'm still trying to wait on some kind of play to pop. I'm still trying to wait on him to hit some kind of groove. I don't really see it. Sometimes you can hit a groove. Sometimes you'll make one play and you'll just start going crazy. So I'm just waiting to see if that pop. I don't see it yet. I'm just being honest. So this is him right here. This is him. Yeah. So it looked like that was a design blitz. He was disguising it. Cause the way he shot out like a cannon, that wasn't based on no read. He wasn't reading the key to shoot out that fast. That was a design safety blitz. He stuck his nose in there. That's pretty decent. Let me also say this too. If the Dallas brought him in, I wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't be mad. I just would know. I would manage my expectations. I wouldn't be over here like, oh, he a scrub. But I also wouldn't be over here like he a game changer. I would be over here like, yeah, you know, he gonna be a decent starter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't expect for him to knock nobody's head off, but somebody that's gonna probably be in the right position. And see, oh man, see, I'm sorry, bro. People go say I'm being hard, but I'm not, bro. Like, when the ball pop out, I like to see boys run to the ball, bro. I'm sorry, I'm old school like that. I'm never gonna change on that. When see, watch this, bro. So you see right here, the ball popped out. The ball is out right there. Okay, bro, your defensive instinct's supposed to be like hair on fire, bro. A ball on the ground, boy, you better be running to that shit. And just watch him. See, I be watching this type shit, bro. Like, look, the ball is on the ground, bro. A ball on the ground supposed to be like free crack to a drug addict. It's supposed to be like you running to go get that. Like, watch him right here. Watch. The ball is on the ground and he is loafing, bruh. I don't care that you way back there. Yeah. And I'm not being hard. That is the expectation, dog. That is the expectation of defense. That ball supposed to make you supposed to get like a super, boy, you supposed to get a super boner. The ball is out. Your instinct's supposed to be, you supposed to be running to that, bro. See, if I was the coach, I would blow up him and anybody that loaf right there. I would blow their ass up. I would be like, bro, first of all, ain't supposed to never be no loafing on my field, period. As long as you between the lines, you supposed to be running to the ball. But the ball out supposed to be like, I hate loafing too. I'm talking about hate it. I actually don't want to watch no more film now. Like, see, some things make me turn the film off. Like, bro, I'm done. Like, I've given him a lot of chances, in my opinion. Just being honest, I've given him a lot of chances to kind of pop, and I'm not seeing that. Being all the way honest, bro. I'm not lying on this dude. I'm telling the truth of what I see. And I've been patient. Y'all heard me trying to be patient. Sometimes they make a play and they take off. So I'm being patient, bro. But damn, this the playoffs. Like, you in the playoffs, bro. You supposed to be out of breath from adrenaline. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be hyperventilating. And you supposed to hit him anyway right there, bro. That's a free lick. He in the flats. You could have popped him, bro. Man. Finna turn this shit off, bro. You get a free lick on Cooks and you don't even touch him. The fuck, bro? Yeah, this is a culture guy. I don't care what nobody say. If they bring him in, this is gonna be for culture. This is gonna be, he knows our system. and they go hype this motherfucker. Watch they hype this dude if they bring him in. Oh, the Cowboys, they just, man, that's Parker guy. Like, damn, man. Man, we gotta say what the film say, bro. For real. Look at this shit. You got a free lick right there, bro. Like I'm turning this shit off. I'm sorry. Done with it. I don't want to see no more. Done with that. All right, who was the other guy? Jalen Thompson? Man, I don't think I should do Jalen right now. If I do Jalen, I should do Jalen on his own film session. I ain't gonna do Jalen right now. This film session, I'll do Jalen. I'll probably come back later or I'll do it tomorrow. Okay. I don't want to mix Jalen in with his, because then when people click on a thumbnail, they not gonna be expecting Jalen. You know what I'm saying? You always, as much as possible, want to give people what they came to the house for. If you said that you go do a film session on PJ, then it should be on PJ. I don't mean to knock, and this is what I like. I don't mean to knock what y'all want, because I get it. This is a place to where we do take orders, meaning we'll sometimes say who you want to see, but I need to organize my thumbnail to reflect that it's gonna be an open film session. So yeah, and we got free agency. We got a couple of weeks, so let me do that film session maybe tomorrow or maybe later on if I don't get out. So anyway, yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this, and I'm gonna talk about it real quick. So if I'm saying what I see based on, the report that was out there, right? Yeah, we do need to build a list. Lou, let's talk about this real quick, Lou. It's a list that I really believe that all of us need to make, for real. The free agent list, when I look at the patterns of the Dallas Cowboys, Lou, is they seem to do a good job when they go after players from disgruntled situations. So I've always been talking about the Dallas Cowboys doing a good job of attacking former greats, what I would call marshals, free agents. So people that came from Neiman Marcus or a high-end department store, but then they got moved down because of maybe too much inventory or a small flaw in the product. They'll go down to Marshalls where they'll still have a value. See, that's what the Cowboys do great at. Former greats with a flaw that might be aged. Like, Pickens was one. Amari was one. If you really go look at their background, they was people that was appeared to be flawed, but they was formerly great, right? And so it was question marks on them. The Dallas Cowboys do great at that. The other thing that I noticed that they do great at, going to Lou's point on making a list, another thing that they do great at to me is finding players from those disgruntled situations. So like Quinnen Williams. So Quinnen Williams was a player that was not liking his time with the Jets. And so Dallas was able to take advantage of that disgruntled situation. So I don't think we just need a list. We need a list that fit who the Dallas Cowboys do a good job of finding people. Brandon Cooks was a disgruntled free agent. Remember, he was having all kind of issues with the Texans, if y'all remember that. He was having all kind of issues with the Texans. And Dallas made a run for him at first, and they was talking about, we want a second rounder, right? So then they made another pass at it, right? And when they made another pass at it, they was able to get him for a fifth because he was disgruntled. The same thing that you could say the Browns did to the Cowboys, because they took advantage of Dallas being disgruntled with Amari Cooper. So when you look around, like Pickens was in a disgruntled situation. He was in a disgruntled situation, right? And Dallas took advantage of that. I think if we've been smart before we get into free agency, see, this is what I'm talking about. Nick Herbig is in a disgruntled situation. These are your better premier targets, in my opinion. Like the disgruntled guys, good but disgruntled. So to me, we need to make 2 lists. The formerly greats, which will be Marshalls, whether you was a previous first rounder or previous all pro or previous pro bowler, all of those. But then you want also people that's dope but disgruntled. To me, there's opportunities, and I've been noticing that the Dallas Cowboys have been doing a great job of finding those. So if we want to put ideas out there that helps the community, I think Lou is right. We need to build a list, a quality list, and then do as much as possible film breakdowns on these dudes in the public. That way people can kind of see this is what this person really is, not what they rumored to be. This is what this person really is. Because I think obviously it wasn't a super thorough long film session with PJ, but we've seen enough to get a feel of what he is. So let's summarize what I feel like he is. I feel like he's a starter caliber safety. If the Dallas Cowboys was to acquire him and move on from Donovan Wilson, I would say, okay, they did that because they like his ranginess over his physicality. The film did show me, in my opinion, I did see range in him. There has to be a tenacity about him as well. Because for you to be an undrafted, I like what you said, Dexter Lawrence is a disgruntled. Yep. Killebrew, I'm probably butchered his name, from the Giants. It's some disgruntled Giants over there. It is. That'd be a good one to look at the Giants. They got some disgruntled people over there. But going back to what I was saying on PJ, there has to be a tenacity about him. Because his story does scream tenacity, undrafted to Pittsburgh, basically overlooked in the draft process, but yet you're still likely remembered by one of the coaches. That even when he was gone, away from you from a while, your name still comes up because likely you the type of guy that shows a professionalism and a preparedness that makes other people around you respect you. There's some players have a player coach quality. So I would just assume that would likely be the case because his name is popping up even over a local Dallas favorite. The physicality, I didn't see it. I just didn't see it. I saw a good tackler or okay tackler. I didn't see the instincts of a dog safety. I didn't. So would I cry if he came? Like, no. Would I be ecstatic like we hit a home run? No. I would say he's likely a good piece to help the Dallas Cowboys. That's what I would say so far from what I've seen under the film analysis that I did. So if you haven't seen it yet, I've done 2 things talking about PJ. I talked about the player profile, and now we did a film session. So at this point, I think everybody should kind of know, and have at least a good feel of what he is and what he could be. So yeah. So it's your boy Boss Show Me. I'm bringing you another one. I'm probably gonna come back later. I might not. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Because I got some, plans later on. Having some good times right now. And, I'll be working hard, man, giving the community as much as I can. Because, this ain't work to us, man, to be honest. This ain't work. This ain't never work. Those of us who love this, we'll do this all day, bro. Real talk. We could do this all day. It's just that life will take over, and sometimes we can't do this all day. So this has never worked to people who love this, because when you love the game, you love looking at and the film and really doing real analysis, and then you also love kind of piecing together the puzzle that could be going on with your Dallas Cowboys. I will also say this though. I was frustrated and I am still frustrated. I'm just being all the way honest. I am very frustrated to me at the lack of focus of talent on D. I really wish as fans that, because I honestly feel like we setting up Parker in the wrong way. I don't like the overwhelming attitudes that I'm seeing in the streets to where just get the good coaches, but give great coaches good players. I hate that thinking right now. I hate that. I feel like you're not doing them right. Don't get great coaches, but just give them good players. If you get great coaches, we do need to look at great players too. And it's not just in the draft. Cause I'm gonna say this and I mean this, bro. I know a whole lot of people like pick 12 and 20 and every other pick should be defense. I don't necessarily agree with that. Because see, 12, in my opinion, is about what's special. So like something special could follow you at 12. And it might not be what you was expecting. CD Lamb could fall to you at 12, for an example. Even though that was obviously pick 17. But I'm just using that as an example. We have a lot of Cowboy fans that if Love was to fall, we want to draft defense so bad that we will be over here like, don't even look at Love. And I'm like, stop. Like, not only was the dude film stupid, he just put the cherry on it with a 4.36. And we over here like, no. If Tate fall, I'm open to it. Boss, that's too many weapons. Don't give a fuck. Like, if he the best that's there, that's 12. Okay, well now we got 3 dope ass receivers. It would also give you leverage against the other 2 number ones. You might be able to get rid of one of them before the trade deadline. Shit. Sadly, bro, you right. And that's exactly what I'm seeing in the streets, what my brother just said right here. There's too many people just worried about Jess Pickens, bro. Real talk. Like, where we talking about team building, it's a lot of people just putting they hooked all they wagon to one player. So you'll be surprised how many people are not open for offense at 12. You'll be surprised how so many people have just said defense no matter what. Even though free agency is an option, we act like free agency is not an option. Free agency is an option to team build as well. But, so let's just keep our eyes open, y'all, as we continue to do this work. Again, man, it's your boy Boss Show Me, bringing you another one. Until the next live or the next video, expect me to come out with more content that's all about trying to help my Cowboys win a championship. Again, to the next live or to the next video, I'm out. Peace. Boss Show Me. Let's go.